Today is July 6, 2025, and this is a weekly update on the ongoing war between Israel and the Hamas terror organization in the Gaza Strip, as well as against other terror entities around the Middle East. Shalom, my friends. It's Akiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. This past Friday, unfortunately, saw 2 more young IDF soldiers killed in battle in the Gaza Strip in 2 separate incidents. That brings the total number of soldiers killed since October 7th in and around the Gaza Strip to 444. Our hearts go out to the families. Our hearts are broken for them and send them much comfort and support. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is soon on his way to the U.S. to meet with President Trump to discuss events happening in Israel, in the Middle East, all kinds of things on the agenda. Top agenda item is the potential ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, which is currently being negotiated and discussed. In general, it would be a 60-day ceasefire with half of the hostages, both living and dead, released at the beginning, and continue negotiations throughout. Just this morning, it was reported in the Israeli news that the Prime Minister's office heard that Hamas is making demands once again that are simply unacceptable to Israel and to Israeli security. Nonetheless, Prime Minister Netanyahu is sending his team to the continued talks in Qatar, and we will keep you posted and updated as to what is happening with it and what will be. Everyone here in Israel and Israel supporters around the world are very eager to know if this ceasefire will take place. If so, what are the terms of the ceasefire? What will happen? What will be with the hostages, with the fighting, with Hamas, and with Israeli soldiers in the Gaza Strip? Again, we're waiting for the updates as well, and when we have them, we will share them with you as well. In continued news, as we shared last week, there are talks of a greater expansion of the Abraham Accords, which is something that President Trump brought into the Middle East in his first term, and seeking to expand on that in his second term, possibly bringing Syria into the fold and Saudi Arabia. Very, very interesting. Syria, it seems, though the discussions are at a very, very early stage, but it seems that Syria would not demand that Israel return the Golan Heights to Syria, which has been a demand of Syria for decades, the few times that any potential peace talks took place between Israel and Syria. So that is a historical change in their stance. And also Saudi Arabia, as well as Syria, are no longer demanding that Israel support the existence of a Palestinian state before or in order to make peace with them. Another huge historical shift in their stance as well. Very interesting things happening here in the region. And as a result of this war, the geopolitics of this region have shifted and changed dramatically and drastically, where Israel's enemies, possibly soon to be peace partners, are no longer demanding the things that they once demand. Israel is also reporting that if Iran does try to restart its nuclear program, which it has threatened to do, Israel will continue attacks on Iran. I'm sure that's also on the table, on the agenda between President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu, what to do with Iran in the near future if it does try to restart its program. So many things happening here simultaneously, as usually is the case here in Israel, with many pieces and parts to this ongoing conflict, this ongoing war. Just early this morning, the Houthis in Yemen once again shot a rocket at Israel. Israel knocked it down. There are no injuries, no damage, no real threat, but they continue to try and bring damage and even death to Israel. And Israel definitely has them on the radar as well in terms of the next round of attacks. Let's be honest, Israel has already launched a few rounds of attacks against Houthis in Yemen. Each time they continue to and refuse to cease firing rockets at Israel. We know the damage that can be done with ballistic missiles, as we saw with the 12-day war with Iran. It's a very, very serious threat. If any of those rockets landed in Israel without being knocked down by Israel's defense systems. So these are the updates for now, the ongoing conflict, the ongoing war, the ongoing news here in Israel. We continue to keep you updated. We continue to thank you for your support, your thoughts, and your prayers for Israel in general, and the IDF soldiers fighting on the front lines, and specifically, and of course, the hostages who still remain in the hands of Hamas in the Gaza Strip. We're praying for the return immediately. All the best, my friends, and be well.